Hello and welcome to the Irish Aesthete. Previously, I was talking about plantation castles built in the early 17th century in Ulster, and particularly that at Tully, which stands on the western shores of Lower Lough Erne in County Fermanagh. Today, I want to look at another such castle, the remains of which can be found a little south of Tully. This is Monea, which was built on land previously owned by the Maguire clan, as had that on which Tully stood, and which was confiscated from them by the Crown authorities. The castle was built for Malcolm Hamilton, one of a number of Scottish-born clerics who moved to Ireland around this time. Hamilton was first rector of Devonish before he was appointed Chancellor of Down in 1612. 11 years later, he climbed the episcopal ladder to be chosen as the new Archbishop of Cashel, where he died in 1629. Considered one of the finest surviving settler castles of the period, Monea was begun in 1616 and finished some 2 years later. A bourne wall with flanker towers was added in 1622. Although essentially a rectangular tower house of 3 stories, the building reflects the Scottish origins of its original owner. Look at the crow-step gables and projecting turrets. These are similar to those found in Hamilton's home country during the same period. As was typical then, and especially given the insecure status of these new arrivals, the ground floor was used for storage and utilitarian purposes. All accommodation was located on the 2 upper levels, including a great hall on the first floor. Inevitably, the defensive character of Monea proved necessary because in 1641, during the early stages of the Confederate Wars, the castle was attacked once more by the Maguires, who killed a number of the occupants. In this instance, it was subsequently returned to the family, and in the later 17th century was owned by Malcolm Hamilton's grandson, the Swedish-born soldier Gustav Hamilton. Gustav Hamilton served as governor of Enniskillen during the Williamite Wars, successfully resisting the Jacobite siege of the town. In the aftermath, however, Hamilton was left impoverished, and after he died in 1691, his widow and children struggled to remain at Monea. In the end, they were obliged to sell the castle and surrounding lands in 1704, and then, in the middle of the 18th century, the building was gutted by fire, and it has remained a ruin ever since. And there we end for today. But in the next episode, we're going to look at another castle in this area, one that was originally owned by a man with a very colourful personal history. I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you so much for watching The Irish Aesthete. Goodbye.